The people are giving, 1,500 years later, they're giving credit to Moses for what God did. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
look at the first thing that Jesus does. He corrects them. He's really rebuking them. It's found in verse 32. I tell you the truth. Moses did not give you bread from heaven. This is a powerful verse, because the first thing he does is he rebukes them for giving credit to Moses. He corrects them. But then he does something else, number two, that you will not notice quickly. And when I was reading this, I was like, something wasn't working for me. Does that ever happen to you, Kevin and Linda, where you're reading something, you just go, I'm missing something in this? Does that ever happen to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that's how I had that feeling. It's like, wait a minute, they called it manna,
Mm.
and Jesus called it what?
Bread from heaven.
Bingo. And then I started looking, Kevin, in every other translation, and all of them, Laura Lynn, Jesus doesn't call it manna. He calls it bread from heaven. Well, now I'm really curious. I mean, I never really thought about manna. So I went back to the book of Exodus, and it's in Exodus chapter 16. And the key verses are verse 4, 15, and 16. And the first thing that I discovered, and I think it's in verse 16, is in the New Living Translation. The first time manna comes from heaven, the people in the New Living Translation, it's translated, and I think it's also in King James, what is this? That's what they say. All of this bread comes from heaven. It's on the ground, and they look at it, and they go, what is this? Well, it turns out, Neil, that the phrase, what is this, is translated in Hebrew with a word. Guess what the word is? Manna. The word manna means, what is this? And from that time on, the people actually, and I've known people that maybe they had a dog. I had a dog named Spunk. I had one named Monroe. Have you ever known somebody who had a dog named Dog? Have you ever known somebody? If you like John Wayne, you've seen John Wayne names his dog, guess what? Dog. The people, and this is so powerful. The people name the bread from heaven manna. And from that time on, they always call it manna. But what I found so fascinating, Jenny, is that when you read through the book of Exodus, God never calls it manna. God never calls it manna. God always calls it the bread from heaven.